This company's never been more profitable.
You mean hugely profitable?
I like it.
Dayporter.com presents The Profitable Cleaner, a podcast on commercial cleaning sales and entrepreneurship. The one podcast that's not afraid to discuss real sales strategies with real cleaning professionals that produce real profits and real results.
Hi everyone, this is Andrea. I am the content creator / social media manager here at Dayporter. I know that you are used to hear Angel or James welcoming to the podcast, but today is a special podcast because the Dayporter team is taking over the Profitable Cleaner podcast. So I am with all the Dayporter team and I want everyone to present themselves.
So I can start.
Okay.
I can start. My name is Elia Morice. I'm the Dayporter manager here. So I'm kind of like the glue guy between the owners of the cleaning companies, the new hires. And yeah, I'm going to start with that part.
My name is Daysi Mora. I'm the sales development representative for Dayporter and also the SDR trainer for the Npower program, which we're going to talk about later on the podcast.
All right, last but not least, my name is Orlando Castillo. I'm currently the recruiter for one of our cleaning companies. I'm glad to be here. It's amazing, and let's get on with it.
Okay, so guys, I know that you probably are wondering right now, what is the Npower about and what is Elia and Daysi talking about? So the Npower is a new project that we have here at Dayporter, and Elia is the one that is in the head and like in the top of the project. So she's going to talk more about this. So Elia.
Sure. Npower is a project that we started like 5 months ago, and our goal was to place 40 people this year, the 2023. Right now we finished Q1 and we have more than 20 people placed. And to give you more context, Npower is a project that we started like bringing works to Nicaraguan people or Latin people that can work remotely. We work with cleaning companies that reach out to us looking for help. It can be for VAs, SDR, business manager, operations assistant, any kind of job titles that you can imagine. We try to fill for these cleaning owners.
And I want to add the funny part about this program, Elia, now that you mentioned, is that it only started for the roles as SDRs and content creators, if I'm not mistaken. And now, since we have grown a lot and fast, which I'm super grateful and thankful, we have requests of recruiters, VAs, and all the other roles that Elia just mentioned. So it has been amazing, a crazy experience in a good way, though.
In fact, we have Orlando here that he went to the Npower process. He went through all the academy that we do for onboarding and everything, and now he's working with a cleaning company. Orlando, go for it.
Absolutely. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity. Things I do want to mention here. It's been an amazing experience. Well, still helping my company, the one I'm supporting with, do all this recruitment process. When I got there, just to tell a little background story, right? They didn't have anything going. They're pretty much old school. Then just recruiting people as they come into their office, and then there was like no follow-ups. There's no, let's say, softwares they could use to help them to be more efficient in that matter. So what I came in here and started, on top of just being a recruiter and doing the onboarding portion, we have at top of that making the I just got there and just asking questions, and they didn't have any answers for it either. So I was like, okay, so I need to come up with a process for recruitment. I need to come up with an onboarding process as well. And on top of that, we need to get some other softwares that can help us to make our life easier, right? So I just have this challenge out in front of me, and pretty much grasping at the end that I pull it off. We created a process. My bosses were happy that I was able to create, maintain, and engage everyone at the same time. So it was I was a little hectic, but in the end, it was doable. Again, because of the my expertise that I brought to the table, and the things that I have to research on my own. Because again, here we want to be independent, right? That's the key, right? And this is why one of the highlights that we have as a team here in Dayporter is the fact that we are independent, and we go getters. We want to try to get the information, and we're problem solvers, right? I mean, not just asking questions, we just providing answers instead.
Yeah, providing solutions.
That's right.
Exactly. And Orlando, can you talk about the challenges that you have faced when you look for new cleaners for the cleaning company, or when you look for other employees, for example? What are the most common challenges that you face?
Yes, Andrea. So one of the biggest challenge that I still going through today is the fact that I know this being let's say, for example, a janitor or somewhere around those lines is supposed to be a straightforward job. It just teach you how to clean. People, unfortunately, don't have the background for it. You have, let's say, for instance, high school students just fresh out of high school, let's say, and they're trying to apply, but unfortunately, they're let's say, for instance, you hire that person, right? You want to give the benefit of the doubt, and then a week or two later, they're quitting, they're leaving. You asking why? Oh, it's because I didn't. I thought it was gonna be something else. It wasn't it for me. So that's the feedback that I'm getting from, right? And in order for me to avoid that hole, right, that wasting resource, waste of time, I always try to look for people. Let's say the majority are like 30 plus year, because they're all like older people, like in their 40s, their 30s, and they're more responsible. They have more experience. So I try to go with that first. But the one thing that sells me the most is their personality. Once you start asking those questions,
That's interesting.
you actually identify, hey, as this individual can relate to others, can work as a team, can he able to follow instructions. You can tell by their voice, right? And also what they give you based on the experience. So again, just go over about the challenge itself. It's just not a lot of qualified people.
Now
That's
that
very
you mentioned,
interesting. Sorry, sorry. I was gonna say that's very interesting that you mentioned about the personality. I was gonna ask Elia, since she's the one in charge of recruiting and placing BSDRs, VAs, business management, or whatever into the cleaning companies. What do you look for on a candidate when you're doing their interviews?
yeah, now that he mentioned that, I was going to say that it's really important. And I say it because it has to be synergy between the candidate and the client. So what I try
And the
to do,
values.
correct, and
Right.
what I try to do is to find someone that match the energy with the client, because you can see strive forward that someone is going to match with someone or not. And of course, all that things that Orlando mentioned, it's something that you can use while you're hiring mostly. I agree completely with Orlando, and something that we're looking is someone who can work remotely, because I'm going to be honest, this is not for everyone. This is for people that can be their own leaders and can be their own person.
And we go back with the importance also of the leadership. The leadership of our bosses, or the person that is going to be above us, right? Correct? To maintain us in the same page, motivated, because I mean, working virtually can be lonely, and you have a lot of challenges when you work remotely. So it's important also to notice the leadership, the type of leadership that the other companies have, in order to match it with a really good candidate.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that we try to do the most, is to let the commercial cleaning company owner know that it's going to be a totally different relationship, since you are, I'm sorry, totally different management thing, because it's virtual. You don't have that person in your office. You don't see it on a daily basis. And so I think it's really, really important to build that relationship from the beginning with your future boss. And have a good communication, a good base, and all of that. And knowing the tools on how to communicate for someone in the States, how someone in the States can give me a call directly to Nicaragua if they have an issue, or if they want me to do a follow-up on a proposal, or whatever the problem is, right?
The nice part of it is that we, as Npower, as the project that we have, we try to give the owner all the tools that they need to communicate with the new hire. I don't know if you know, guys, but we have a virtual leadership guide that we send to all our clients so they can follow what to do. Because most of these clients, they don't know how to hire remotely. So we make their life easier.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree.
So we have the part of the Npower that is that we help cleaning companies to hire new candidates. What we have been looking around this time that we start with the project of Npower is that a lot of the companies are looking for SDRs. So that's the part of Daysi, because most of our Npower people is an SDR. Others are recruiters. Other are business managers. No, business.
Yeah, business manager.
Business managers, or others are content creator. But what I love about the SDRs, actually, guys, is the community that we have there. So, Daysi, maybe you can talk to us more about that and how we help the SDRs, how we help to succeed in their roles.
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that this is my first time, honestly, doing training in my life because last year, before Dayporter created the Npower Academy and all that, I was like, I want to do something more than just doing sales outreach, and I want to teach everything that I know to help other people succeed. And that's what I love about the Npower too, because I don't know if you knew, guys, but in Nicaragua, we are the second poorest country in the world. So the call centers here, they pay an agent maybe like $15 an hour, and that agent only gets paid like $2 an hour, with a very poor management team and other awful things, honestly. So the opportunity that we have open for all these people with this great talent, I think it's just amazing. And being an SDR, maybe people just look at it as, oh, okay, I have an appointment setter, or I have a cold caller. But what they don't know on the back end is that whenever, for example, I book an appointment or I train an SDR to book appointments or to do follow-ups on proposal, they are helping the other company grow. Therefore, they are growing as well, and they are upgrading their skill sets. Right?
I agree.
Yes.
I agree with you.
That's right.
Yes. I think we're assuming that everyone here knows what is an SDR. So why would start there? Like sales development representative and what they do.
Yeah, exactly. So
something that I would like to add is that the environment, and I'm not throwing flowers to us, the environment that we have, it's really healthy. We have this case that someone reached out to one of their SDRs because they wanted to have them, and they come to us telling us like, look, this person is looking for someone. You can tell by that we're doing something good.
Yes. And also we have, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Slack, probably you are. We have a channel with all the SDR, the sales development representatives there. And like Elia said, the community that we are building is kind of amazing because if, for example, they have issues and I can answer, Andrea or Orlando, Elia, James, or Angel cannot answer because they have other things to do. We have other things to do. They just put it on the channel like, hey guys, can you help me? And even though the other SDRs are working for other companies, they help you with the issue that you're having right now. And going back to Andrea's question on the tasks of the sales development rep, what I do basically is the first outreach to cold prospects. I also help with all proposals from my clients. I currently have 2 clients, and one in Denver and one in Washington. I manage their LinkedIn profile. I manage emails, if, like I said before, if they need help with follow-ups. But basically, I will like to say that I help them make their life easier in terms of the sales strategy. And I meet with them once a week to talk about the opportunities booked the week prior. They give me feedback. I gave them feedback, which I think is really important. Talking about feedback again about the good relationship and communication that you have with your boss. And yeah, basically that. So when I became the trainer, I realized that in order for me to teach something, I had to upgrade my skills first. So that's one of our core values, actually continual learning. So in order for me to teach, I need to keep learning. So it has been challenging, but I really love the position. I really love to help people succeed, and I think that a lot of these new SDRs that we have are much better than I am, which is my ultimate goal, honestly.
Nice.
And sorry, you go ahead.
No, don't worry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that we were focusing on the SDR part because, like Andrea said and I said at the beginning, it was only supposed to be like for SDR placement, but then it turned into content management and all of that. And in fact, I wanted to said the importance of to mention the importance of the content creation for the commercial cleaning industry, which is what Andrea does. But because one of our SDRs / content creators actually booked a walkthrough just by posting on social media content. So Andrea, would you like to talk about a little bit why creating content for your company is it so important?
Of course. So as Daysi said before, and one of the most important things about creating content for a cleaning company is because of the brand awareness. You know, you have to be there and put in the offers to your potential clients in a daily basis, because social media is like that. There's always new people, and with the right hashtag, the right keywords, the right content, the right copy, the right graphics, you are going to get into at least one new person that doesn't know about your company. Also, you can position ahead of your competition. If you're putting content and putting value out there about what you offer, not only what you offer, but also the values of your company, and you are going to different yourself between other companies. I am also the podcast production here at Dayporter, and I hear a lot of business owners talk about the importance of build a relationship with their clients, and that when you build a good relationship with a client is a long-term contract, correct? So another form to build a relationship with your client and to be trustworthy with your clients is to be updated with the content that you are posting and how you highlight your employees that you have in your company, showcase the values that you have, or for example, putting reviews of clients that love your services. So that is also an important part, to showcase what the others are saying about your company, the values that you have, and the culture that you have within your company. Other thing also is that it's so cost effective. Like, social media is free, guys, so we have to take advantage of that. We have to take advantage that, as we said here, everything is content.
Everything
is content.
Don't forget to film it. Don't forget to film it.
Something that I would like to add is that we live in a technologic era. So you have to be on the media, even if you don't want to. Because if you're not, you're going to be in the past and people are not going to look for you. Content, it's, as you mentioned, Andrea, it's free and it's important because we live in a technologic era.
That's right.
Yes,
you
can always showcase your services. You can always have that opportunity to offer services and get to people that don't know you. I'm sorry.
You're good.
a question
English is
that
not my native language, so you're good, girl. No worries.
I always get this question, and for cleaning business owners, that is about what type of content they can create for their cleaning companies, because it cannot, it doesn't have to be only about showcasing your work. But as I said before, you can put, for example, video tutorials on how to clean specific areas, or quick cleaning tips, or for example, industry new trends, or show employees a spotlight, as I said before. So you can post a lot of themes, for example, in social media. It doesn't have only to be to showcase your services. And yeah, guys. Also, another important thing that I always want to highlight is to take advantage of reels. Take advantage of reels, because the algorithm of Instagram, it's
Real. It's
Yeah,
real.
real. It's so real. So, for example, as a reel, you can create the same graphic of before and after pictures of your cleaning work. You can, for example, transform that into a reel. Or, for example, if you create a post about cleaning tips of your office space, for example, so then you can create the same content as a reel, and you can be the person and talking about the cleaning tips, or about the importance of maintaining a clean office space, for example.
Yeah. I have a question for all of us. What is your favorite part of the Npower program?
Can I go?
Yes, Elia.
My favorite part of it is watching us grow. As I mentioned at the beginning, my goal, I want to say it, our goal was to place 40 people this year. We already placed half of that. And it's excited to see, for me, it's excited to see how these candidates match with their client. It's like they were made for be together as a company and an employee and everything. And it's excited to see how these people grow internally with their company, and their company also growing their revenue. So I think it's a win-win.
Yeah. Can I go? I know I asked the question, but
No, of course,
Go ahead,
you can
go ahead.
go.
So I believe that my favorite part of the Npower and is that I don't think that people realize how much of an impact they have had in Nicaraguans' people's life. Because like I mentioned before, they were making like $3 or $2.95 an hour, and now making a little bit more. It's not like they are impacting the country, like the entire country, but if they are impacting like their families, they're providing more. If they have, I think Orlando here is the only one of us in the podcast who has kids, and I think that you can relate to that. So my favorite part is the work opportunities that we are providing to people that have the talent, are gifted, but they're just simply not given the opportunities before because of the situation here in the country.
All right. In that case, well, try to go next.
Yeah,
Right.
go
Yes,
ahead,
no?
Orlando.
Right. In this case, what I want to say about the Empower, the thing that stuck with me the most is the fact that how I'm able to work with all the different, let's say, mindset, skill set, talent that everybody has here. Everybody has something that can definitely input. They have different inputs that we can agree on, just debate, or whatever the case may be. And just feel fascinated how many people we have working with the Empower and how many things they have accomplished so far. Well, I believe we've been around for, 2-3 years overall, guys, if I'm not mistaken?
The
2-3
company
years?
itself,
The company
Yeah.
itself, yes.
a little bit over 2 years, I believe.
2 years, and it's been amazing. I able to see everybody grows, and I want to be, of course, I want to be part of that. But that's what I'm really most like interested in, the fact that I see people, I see everyone doing their best, providing ideas, execute them, and taking that part of their own learning process. And that's what I want to say.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
For me, I think it is. Well, I am in the back end. I work with the content creators and I help them about how to organize their content and how to create new graphics and that type of things. But I am mostly in the back end. So I just saw, like, for example, Daisy talked about the channel that we have in the Npower, correct? So I like to see how, for example, our people, the Npower, the Nicaraguan power, the people from my country, is achieving and being like really successful in the role. They are booking a lot of walkthroughs, and I also saw the other part that is the part of the company, and I talk also with the business owners and how they are like really, really happy with their new hires and how that is affecting their company growing and having more opportunities and closing more contracts. So I love that I can see like both parts, how the employees are growing and how the company is growing and how both of them are like really happy with each other. And I think that it's also because we are really committed to not just helping the cleaning industry, but also like helping helping to have like a good culture in companies, focusing also in leadership, in mindset, in keep learning. So I love that part. I love that part that we are really committed to like both ways.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, if you're a cleaning business owner watching this on YouTube or hearing this on Apple Podcasts or whatever the platform is, and you are having issues or you just need help with anything at your company, just don't be afraid and don't hesitate to contact us. Elia is the face of it, and yeah, we can do amazing things together. And I think that this is the start of
Of amazing things.
truly. I think we don't even have the idea of what it's gonna become. Honestly, we're
Yeah.
only in April, and it's been crazy. Like you said, Elia, we already have 21 or something.
More than 20. We have
More than 20, and the goal was 40 for the year,
We're
and we are just
starting.
starting. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's just crazy to think how many people are we helping? How many Nicaraguan people? How many company in the U.S. are we helping as well grow? So, yeah, this was fun.
This was fun. And I
Indeed.
just want to finalize, like, well, we wanted to have the Dayporter team here and show you guys the talent maybe that you can get and how it is to have a virtual team, because we only know each other through the computer, but we are really close because we always are together. And I just wanted to ask you, Elia, like how the people listening can acquire, for example, an Orlando, Elia, Daisy, a new SDR, like new virtual, how to be, how do I say this?
How to get a virtual employee?
Exactly, how to get it virtual employees.
So the first thing that I will say is this person needs to know where this new person is going to figure out in their company. Because this is not just to hire for hire, because you need to know what are you looking for. And the best thing that I'd recommend is that if you guys want to find this person, you can contact us in any platform that you like.
That's great. So we are going to link everything in the show notes. We are going to link the LinkedIn of Orlando, Elia, Daisy. If you guys have questions, my personal LinkedIn, it will be also be linked in the show notes. So if you have any question, guys, you can just
Reach out to us.
reach out to us, and we're glad to help. Like, we are committed with the cleaning industry to help you guys grow, and we are committed also with our country and our people to make they have better opportunities and see them grow too. So It was
Yes.
fun. It was
Yeah,
fun, guys.
thank you
It was
guys.
fun. I liked it. Can we do this
very
again?
It was very nice hearing all of your guys' opinion. I don't think that we had really sat down before to talk about this, like all of us. So it was a really good bonding experience, I want to say. And thank you, everybody who's listening, watching us on YouTube, whatever. Thank you again. If you needed help, just contact us, and we'll be happy to help.
Well, bye,
Muchas
guys.
gracias.
Thank you, everyone.
Gracias.
Gracias a
Enjoy.
todos.
Bye.